Hello everybody and welcome back to Return to the Dunwich Legacy. Before we begin, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. With that out of the way, before we begin setting up this scenario, I need to do something that I totally forgot to do. Remember when we had Adam Lynch die 2 scenarios ago? I noted in the campaign log that I needed to add a tablet to the bag, but I completely forgot to do that. So it could have mattered for the rest of that scenario as well as the Essex County Express. So that's unfortunate, but I'm glad I caught it at least. So we'll be correcting that now. Alright, so today we're going to be playing Return to Blood on the Altar. Before we set up, let us start with some Investigator Setup by drawing our opening hands. So for Daniela, she gets Bandolier, Guard Dog, Toe-to-Toe, Prepare for the Worst, and Stand Together. I think we'll keep the Guard Dog and the Prepared for the Worst and try and find a weapon. So she'll get Peter Sylvester. That's pretty good. Can't get that. Evidence and a Guts. Okay, well, we'll need to find a weapon. Although there aren't that many enemies in this scenario. So that's hopefully a good thing. Alright, Jacqueline's opening hand is going to be a Flashlight, Arcane Initiate, Divination, Unexpected Courage, and the Crystal Pendulum. Wow, that's pretty good. I think we'll keep these 3 clue things. We'll keep the Arcane Initiate too, I think. And just get rid of the Unexpected Courage for another Divination. Wow, okay. That's a pretty good opening hand. Alright, let's begin with setup. As before, we're going to be skipping this story, and we'll be looking at the Return to setup right here. Perform the setup as indicated in the Dunwich Legacy Campaign Guide, with the following exceptions. When gathering encounter sets, also gather the new encounter sets for Return to Blood on the Altar, shown here. Alright, so Blood on the Altar, along with Return to Blood on the Altar, we have Dunwich, Whippoorwills, Night Gaunts, and Ancient Evils becomes Resurgent Evils. Set each copy of Hired Gun aside out of play. Alright, let's go find them. Where are they? They're over here. Remove the original Village Commons location from the game and replace it with the new Village Commons, Silent Decay. Add the new locations to the original locations from the Blood on the Altar encounter set. Remove 2 of the 3 copies of each of these locations from the game at random. Then choose 1 of the 6 remaining locations at random and remove it from the game as well. Put the remaining locations into play. So, as stated before, because this the Return to has new versions of every location, we're going to be basically forced to choose the Return to versions of each of them, and we need to decide which one to remove. So we will roll a d6 right now. We have 6 of these to remove. So starting at the top is number 1. Number 1, so we remove Bishop's Brook. When placing encounter cards underneath locations, do not include the 6 cards from the Naomi's Crew encounter set. Check campaign log. If the O'Banion gang has a bone to pick with the investigators, spawn 1 set-aside hired gun at one of the locations not connected to Village Commons. Shuffle the other set-aside hired gun into the encounter deck. Well, because the O'Banion gang does not have a bone to pick with us, we actually rescued, or Naomi has the investigators back, as it were. We are just going to leave them there. And we will not add the Naomi's Crew to the encounter set. Alright, I will continue with setup. Okay, so we have all of our locations set up. We need to take the top 3 cards of the encounter deck, shuffle them along with the Key to the Chamber and the Hidden Chamber. We're going to place them underneath our locations. Alright, so let's start with Oswald's General Store. We'll use the same method as before. Number 2, so number 2 goes underneath. Let's do the Schoolhouse next. Number 2 again. House on the Reeds. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 1. Congressional Church, odd, and then even. Odd. All right. And then the Burned Ruins gets this one. All right. With that, we are ready to begin. So our agenda has 6 Doom Threshold. Our act is to find and enter the hidden chamber. We, of course, begin in the New Village Commons. It is hard to prevent the impression of a faint, malign odor about the village street, as of the massed mold and decay of centuries. 3 shrouds, 0 clues. Each investigator at Village Commons cannot take, draw, or resource actions. As an action, we can resign. This is suicide. We're better off hiding out the night. And if you'll notice, the locations that the Village Commons connect to is actually different from the base version. It makes it so that it is no longer a one-way connection from Village Commons to Osborne's General Store and from Congressional Church to Village Commons, which I believe was the intention, to make it like a hexagon instead of this weird like path thing. All right, no draw or resource actions, huh? Okay. Well, I think we'll have Daniela start. She's going to play a Prepared for the Worst. Search her top 9. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. For a weapon. Chainsaw. Machete. Yep, it's going to be chainsaw. She's then going to play the chainsaw and then probably move to the schoolhouse. Yeah, that makes sense. Chainsaw is very good to see starting out here. Okay. So she pays for all of that, and then this comes in with 3 supplies. All right, so that is Daniela's turn. Jacqueline, sorry, her last action, as I said, is going to be to move to the schoolhouse. 4 shroud, 1 clue. After you discover a clue from this location, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Servant of Many Mouths and draw it. Shuffle the encounter deck. And then as a free trigger, of course, we can draw the card underneath it. As she mentioned, these are all of our potential sacrifices. It is everybody because we've lost everybody. So yeah, that has 1 clue. Okay, well, we do have an evidence in our hand, so we could save that for Daniela. So I think Jacqueline is going to play a divination and the crystal pendulum for all 5. It has 6 charges. And then she'll just move up here. All right, so let's go to upkeep. Daniela will draw another chainsaw. That's actually very good. And Jacqueline will draw Dark Future. Starting off early, huh? All right, we are 1 doom out of 6. Daniela will draw a Whippoorwill. Then that has Aloof. Jacqueline will draw Resurgent Evils. A doom or top 2 cards. She's going to take the 2 cards. So this is Jacqueline's first card. It is another Whippoorwill. And her second card is a Servant of Many Mouths. It spawns at any empty location, has Retaliate, and when you defeat it, we'll discover a clue. Let's put him over here. Yeah. Okay. These Whippoorwills are very annoying. I also forgot I should probably read this. So we have 2 skulls. We're playing on standard difficulty, so they are a -1 for each location in play with no encounter card underneath it, max -4. We have 1 cultist, which is a -2. If you fail, add a clue to the token from the token pool to your location. We have 2 tablets, which are -2. If you're in the hidden chamber, reveal another token. And we have 2 elder things, which is a -3. If you fail, place 1 doom on the current agenda. All right. This is a little bad. What does this say? After you discover a clue from this location and draw it. Okay. So Daniela is going to move here to Osborne's General Store. 3 shroud, 2 clues. After you reveal Osborne's General Store, gain 2 resources. Hey, thank you, game. Free triggered ability, we can do the thing. And it has 2 clues. Second action, we'll use a chainsaw to attack the Servant of Many Mouths. We are 7-3. -2. We will kill the servant after you defeat. And yeah, so we defeat him. We get a clue from here. And that will cause us to draw another Servant of Many Mouths. So I'm going to search the encounter deck for it. There it is. Do we have another one? Okay, we have another one. Okay. Oh, it does say draw it. Okay. So drawing it means that it spawns at any empty location. So we'll put it over here. Yeah. No, that's fine. So we moved, we attacked, and then we will play Peter Sylvester. Yeah. Okay. Jacqueline, you are going to use the free triggered ability to flip over this card. On Wings of Darkness. So she has to test foot 4. That's not great. She is 2-4. -2, she fails, so she takes the damage and a horror. And then she moves to the central location of the Village Commons. And that was not an action because that was a free triggered ability. So she will take 2 actions, 1, 2, to move to Osborne's General Store. Then she's gonna investigate with divination. She is 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8 to 3. 8 to 3. Yep. -1. We will spend 2 charges to get 2 clues. And we will flip this over next turn. Okay, let's use Dark Future. So we need to reveal 5. We're going to use Jacqueline's ability to reveal 7. One, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's nothing. So we do not pass that. All right, Hunters, the Whippoorwills will move towards us. We'll go to Upkeep. Daniela will draw a Stand Together. Jacqueline will draw a Guts. Okay, there's 2 Doom out of 6. Daniela will draw Eager for Death. 2 willpower. There's no damage on her, so this is just 2 willpower. She is 5-2. Yeah, 5-2. -1, she passes. Jacqueline's card is Kidnapped. All right, so she'll just take 2 damage if she fails, but she does not want to fail, or she can avoid it. So she's 5-6. She will commit her Guts to go 8-4. She'll name a 2 with the Crystal Pendulum. Sorry, it doesn't exhaust. So she's looking to succeed by 2. So she needs to draw a -2. A 0. Okay, well. So we missed that, but we do draw a card from the guts. It is a prescient, and the kidnapped goes away. Okay, so let us have Jacqueline draw this card. This should be like this. It's eager for death. She'll take 2 horror. That's probably fine. Yeah. So she's testing 6 to 4. Oh, I did have to exhaust that. Okay. 6 to 4 because she has 2 damage on her. Oh. Oh, interesting. Sorry. Let me rewind. What did Daniela draw? I think she drew a -1. We were at -2 willpower that whole time. So she was actually at 3 to 2. Okay, well, Jacqueline actually succeeded by 2 then. Yeah, so she would have drawn the card. It would have been a ward protection. And then right now she's 4 to 4. So let's just keep going. Tablet. That's a -2. And you're not in the hidden chamber. Okay, so she fails, so she takes 2 horror. Yeah, and I think Daniela drew a -1. Okay, apologies if I totally messed that up. Oh, that's okay, that's okay. Okay, so now it is actually their turn still. What is to do? Jacqueline should probably, like, engage these so that Daniela can do stuff. Maybe. Okay, so this is what Daniela's going to go first. She's going to engage this whippoorwill. Yeah, and then she's going to engage the other whippoorwill. No, there's no point to do that. Yeah, so she is going to attack the whippoorwill as her second action, just using her fist. She's currently 3 to 2. We are going to commit the guard dog to go 4 to 2. Ooh, Elder Sign. Okay, well, she wasn't attacked, but it does succeed. And then her last action will be to engage the whippoorwill. Yes, that is how we do this. Okay, Jacqueline. Definitely not time for that. So Jacqueline's going to gain a resource, play another divination. That costs her all of her resources. And then gain another resource. Yeah. Okay. Enemy phase, the whippoorwill attacks Daniela with 1 horror. After it attacks, Daniela will deal a damage back. And that is the enemy phase. Let's go to upkeep. Daniela will draw a machete. Gaining a resource. Jacqueline. Oh, sorry. I didn't do Jacqueline's ability. So she reveals 7 of these. Oh, there it is. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so I drew Daniela's card. Jacqueline's card is another ward of protection. And there is 3 doom out of 6. Daniela's card is another kidnapped. She is 5 to 4, and we really do not want to lose Peter. So she will commit guts. And then we should probably keep her. That puts her at 7 to 4. I think we'll also commit this stand together. I know it sucks, but we need to go 8 to 4. Yeah. Actually, no. Instead of the stand together, we'll just use Jacqueline's ability. So with 7 to 4, revealing 3 tokens. One, two, three. Well, we'll take the Elder Sign. She succeeds, and so she draws off the guts, which is a taunt. Oh, that could have been good for the friggin' whippoorwills. Okay. Jacqueline will draw Unhallowed Country. She cannot play ally assets. At the end of her turn, she tests 3 willpower. Okay, that's fine. All right, Daniela. Move. So 2 Shroud, 2 Clues. While you are in House in the Reeds, you cannot play assets. That's fine. She's going to attack the Servant of Many Mouths with her chainsaw. She has 5, 6, 7, 7 to 3. -1. We will kill the servant, and killing it will get us a clue, and then we will also play an evidence to get us another clue off here. All right, Jacqueline. And then Danielle's going to draw the card. Why not? That's the Hidden Chamber. Great. So we know that the key is somewhere here or here. Jacqueline, you are going to 1, 2, 3 move to the Congregational Church. 1 Shroud, 2 Clues. After you reveal Congregational Church, search the encounter discard pile and deck for a copy of Kidnapped and draw it. Shuffle the encounter deck. Okay. So let's see if there is any in the encounter deck. There is one. Yeah. So she's currently testing 6 to 4. She could just ward it. Because I really don't want her to take 2 damage, if possible. She's also already used her ability this round. So, let's ward it. 1 resource, 1 horror, 2 cancel it. That is her turn. At the end of her turn, she tests Unhallowed Country. She is 6 to 3. She'll name 1. That is a skull, which is a -4 right now. -5. Each location in play. That's a location in play. Oh, -4 is the maximum, though. So, she fails. All right, no enemies. Let's go to upkeep. Daniela will draw, prepare for the worst. Gaining a resource. Jacqueline will draw a shriveling. That's good. Gaining a resource. Okay, we are 4 of 6. Daniela's card is a Resurgent Evils. She'll draw 2 cards. Sorted and Silent. At the end of the round, everyone's going to take a horror there, and Jenna advances, we discard it. Her second card is a Rotting Remains. Oh, Peter should have healed by now. Rotting Remains. 5 to 3. Yeah. Ooh, -4. She was 5 to 3, so she fails by 2, so she will take 2 horror onto Peter. All right, and then Jacqueline's card is On Wings of Darkness. That's fine, I think. Yeah. She's 2 to 4. Zero. She'll take a damage and a horror. Damage is 3 damage, and there's 5 horror on her now. She'll move to a central location. Okay. Let's have Jacqueline go first. She's going to move to the Congregational Church. She's going to investigate. It's just when you reveal, right? Yeah. 5. With this divination, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 to 1. We'll use this and say, what's 8 minus 4? 4. So let's say 3, we're going to use her ability as well. One, two, three. None of those are a -4, so we'll just take the -1. She gets 2 clues when she spends her 2 charges. That's her second action. She will use the feature window to flip this over. It's the key to the chamber. Good. So she moved, did that, and then she has one less action. Sure. Let's just move up here and attach the key to the chamber to the hidden chamber because it's a free triggered ability. All right. Do we have Daniela go in? Sure. Daniela goes in. So we advance. What was hidden? Blah, blah, blah. Reveal each unrevealed location. And that has 3 clues on it. Move all clues in play, including those on each investigator, to the hidden chamber. So there's a total of 10 clues. Just checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That makes sense. So let's turn these into big ones. Spawn the set-aside Silas Bishop enemy in the hidden chamber. All right. Silas Bishop. There you are. So, as before, Silas Bishop is a 3-fight, 12 health, 7-foot monster abomination elite enemy. He is massive and he cannot make attacks of opportunity. And, of course, our last agenda is either to defeat Silas Bishop or if there are no clues on the hidden chamber, we can advance. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the Necronomicon, so we can't do the thing. But I think we will go with defeating him anyway, since we haven't done that before. She has 2 actions left, because she moved in there for her first action. She will use the chainsaw. 5, 6, 7 to 3. A cultist, which is a -2, and she does not fail. So she will deal 3 damage. So her first action was to move, second action was to fight, third action will be to gain a resource. No attacks of opportunity. And in return, Peter heals. Enemy phase, Silas will hit Daniela for 2 damage. 2 horror, 1 on Peter, 1 on herself. And then Daniela will use that opportunity to deal 8 damage back. And Jacqueline, nothing happens. Upkeep, Daniela will draw a bandolier. Oh, I didn't test Unhallowed Country for Jacqueline. She would be 6 to 3. -4, okay. She would fail. Okay, so now she draws another Crystal Pendulum. Gains a resource. Okay, we are 5 of 6. Daniela will draw Psychopomp's Song. Jesus, that's bad. Surge Peril when you would take... Oh, add it to anyone's starter. Whenever you would take 1 or more damage, deal 2 additional damage. Okay, so she will put it on herself because Jacqueline would literally just die. And then it has Surge into Strange Signs. We're not planning on getting the clues off, so we'll just test this. We are 1 to 3. -2, so she adds just a clue, because not for each point. You fail that. If you fail, add a clue. Yep. Jacqueline will draw... Oh, Jesus. Hunting Night Gaunt. Okay, that's a bit bad. I was planning on... Because we would have had 8 health left. We might be able to do it. It depends. Alright. Let's have Daniela go first. She will spend 4 resources to play her chainsaw, which gets rid of this chainsaw. No attacks of opportunity. And then she's going to attack. Chainsaw. 5, 6, 7. 7 to 3. Oh, she should have taken a horror at the end of the round. I forgot about that. +1. We deal another 3. Mark +1. Okay. With another chainsaw. So Silas has 2 health left. Do we do it? Well, yeah, let's do it. This is so... It's not... Okay. So what would we be at? We could commit her whole hand. Yeah. So we actually cannot fail this, I think. So Jacqueline will play a Shriveling, paying 3 resources, getting an attack of opportunity for a damage and a horror, replacing this divination. She's then going to move into the hidden chamber. Oh, you can't play assets here. That's fine. She'll move and then play this thing. So that's another attack of opportunity. Damage. Horror. And then she's going to fight Silas Bishop with the Shriveling. She is 5, 6 to 3. If she commits her entire hand, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that right? Yeah, there were 4 icons in there. 10 to 3. And then we use her ability. I think we should be fine. Hold on. Can Daniela commit anything? Commit the taunt. Daniela will commit her taunt. So she's 11 to 3, and she'll use her ability. One, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, I was about to have a heart attack. We cancel these 2. And so we didn't reveal them, so she doesn't take a horror. I completely forgot about that, but it worked out. Oh my god. All right, so we use the 0. We deal 2 damage. Silas is dead with 12 health. Alrighty. Well, we did it before the first agenda, so that's good. Let's see what happens. Silas Bishop is defeated, R1. Resolution 1. As you land the finishing blow, the creature's body explodes into hundreds of squirming rope-like appendages, wriggling across the ground and climbing up the walls. You're so startled that you aren't fast enough to prevent them from escaping the room. Even so, whatever that creature was, you're glad it's now dead. In your campaign log, record that the investigators put Silas Bishop out of his misery. In your campaign log, under Sacrifice to Yogg-Sothoth, record the names of each unique card that is underneath the agenda deck. Each of those cards are removed from all players' decks and can no longer be included in the players' decks for the remainder of the campaign. That's none of them. If an investigator with the Necronomicon in there, record the Necronomicon was stolen. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. Each investigator earns 2 bonus experience as they gain insight to the hidden world of the mythos. Proceed to Interlude 2, the survivors. Okay, so that is 2 and then 2 more for the thing. So that puts Daniela at 5 and Jacqueline at 4. Let's go to the Interlude. Interlude 2, the survivors. So I believe the only ones that we didn't read from last time. Was it Zebulon? It was Zebulon, right. If Zebulon Whately is not listed under sacrifice to Yog-Sothoth, Dunwich has had its fair share of oddities, Zebulon explains to you with a quavering voice. But I ain't ever seen anything as sick and twisted as this thing. He gives the creature's remains one last sickened glance before closing the door to the chamber behind him, shuddering. He locks his eyes with you, his expression grim. Whoever done this, gotta pay. I'll do all I can to help. Alright, so as before, or not as before, we get to add all of these people to our decks, as well as one person gets the Powder of Ibn Ghazi, which I believe we should give to Daniela. Come on. Yeah, so let's give that to Daniela. It'll have 5 clues on it. Alright, so let's clean up and talk about upgrades. So first of all, Daniela is going to be taking Earl Sawyer, Dr. Francis Morgan, and Dr. Henry Armitage as her rewards for the survivors. Earl Sawyer I'm not, too hot on, but it does say after you evade an enemy, and Daniela's ability can automatically evade an enemy, which is pretty sick. This is notable because it doesn't say like after you successfully evade an enemy, because that would require a skill test. Dr. Francis Morgan, obviously more fist is good. Dr. Henry Armitage, I think should be good because Daniela is having some resource problems, I think. It's hard to say. But so that's who we're taking there. We're also with her 5 XP because she earned 4 last time and she banked 1 from last time. She'll be purchasing her second level 2 18 Derringer, as well as her second copy of Charisma, removing a machete from her deck. And of course, she's going to be getting the Powder of Ibn Ghazi. Alright, so for Jacqueline with her 4 XP is going to purchase a level 1 brand of Cthugha and a copy of Charisma. I'm thinking pretty much we've just been inundated with allies, so getting Charismas for both of them is pretty good. And I'm going to be swapping out Shriveling for the brand of Cthugha because I think, while Shriveling has ultimately more like actual damage in the spell, brand of Cthugha is cheaper and it is a little bit more flexible. So I think we're going to go with that. Alright, so that is this scenario. Next time we're doing Return to Undimensioned and Unseen. This one went pretty well. I think, well, to be fair, I don't think I've ever actually played it without Naomi's crew. So that was interesting. Until next time, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. This has been SuperFang99, signing off.